I'm Vanessa Kennedy in Edinburgh.
And I'm Kellyanne Woodland in Glasgow. This is the STV News at 6.
More than a third of Church of Scotland kirks are facing closure after a drastic fall in congregation numbers forced a revaluation of the organisation's estate. It's believed as many as 500 buildings could be sold off.
The Scotland Churches Trust charity says local communities are finding out about planned closures with little or no notice, leaving them with no time to save the buildings. Ollie Dickinson has more.
For almost 1,000 years, Auchtertool Kirk has been a place of worship, refuge and rest. The historic building on the edge of the modern-day village has survived war, reformation and the trials of time. But now it faces its biggest challenge, the threat of closure and potential sale as part of the Church of Scotland's vision for the future of its estate.
It's such a peaceful place, and it's the congregation here are so kind, so nice, and to think that it not being here is hard for a lot of people. Been baptised here, married here, and eventually they are hoping that the funeral will be here as well, and they don't know what they'll do if it's not going to be here.
As well as a place of worship, the church features this stained glass war memorial. Etched forever are the names of those lost during the First World War. It's an important place for people to pay their respects.
We get visitors coming from all over the world to come to this church and see that war memorial window and see the names of their relatives. And we want that to continue for as long as possible. A Remembrance Sunday service and all the usual things, that laying wreaths in fairs, that we are still remembering all these people.
I've been attending here for the 44 years or so that I've lived in the village. We just get on with it. We still have a service every week. We get visiting ministers come and help. And if there are no ministers available, we do it ourselves. We've got quite good at it.
Auchtertool is not the only church facing an uncertain future. The charity Scotland's Churches Trust is warning as many as 500 could be at risk.
Without any shadow of a doubt, this is the biggest single crisis that Scotland's church buildings have faced. They're used by communities for a whole variety of things. They can often be the only community space that's in town. And now, because local authorities are so hard-pressed with the loss of community centres, and more important, because these may be the last space that a community, their halls are attached to them, the space that they have for concerts, for public gatherings, for community councils.
Selling or closing any location would have particular sensitivities when it comes to relatives interned in church crypts or memorial plaques dedicated to lost loved ones within the building. In a statement, the Church of Scotland told STV News, Auchtertool Kirk has a very small congregation and there are no office bearers in post to properly run its day-to-day affairs. They added that this does not automatically mean it will definitely be closed and sold, and that this is part of a 5-year rolling plan that can be changed and modified. They added that having fewer congregational buildings will reduce pressure on finances, freeing up funds and general income. There can be no doubt that Scotland's relationship with faith is changing. The total Church of Scotland congregation membership is down around 13,000 in the 3 years since 2021, from 283,000 to 270,000, a long way from the 1.3 million of the 50s. Questions, though, over the future of the buildings that house those reducing numbers are not easy ones to answer. Ollie Dickinson, STV News.